Well, hello, my lovely people. I see you all in that chat there, casually lurking and waiting and watching. And there's a few of you as well. Michael, Tim, Gareth, love your pups. I don't know your actual real name, so I can't call you out there. Yeah, who else is over here? There should be a few more joining as well. As you can see in the description, Janice, hello. Yeah, as you can see in the description tonight, it's going to be about the singularity, where man merges with machine, and inevitably we become like gods. Yo, Tim is the watchman. Hi, Tim. Abandoned and forgotten Wales. Hello, Gareth. Michael Birkin, obviously, got his name in there as well. He changed his name recently, or in the past few months, maybe. I don't know exactly when, but if you're here, Michael, then yep. Yeah, so anyway, I've got a few other people, obviously a chat. I've got my WhatsApp going as well, right? You know what I mean? So what I shall do, I shall put the link into the description. I have a few videos on my tabs up here ready to show off a few bits and pieces, because I watched a video earlier on and it blew my mind. It literally blew my mind. I'm not even joking. It is crazy, the potential that we have right now in this day and age. I knew it'd been coming. I've been saying it for a long time. There's another video I'll share later as well, which gives a bit of pretense of, you know what I mean? I watched this about good eight years or so ago, something like that. I remember watching it when it first came out. So we'll look at the date on the video, and that should give us a bit more of a thing to explain. Stephen Yemps, like the C, you pronounce the C like a once upon a time, so to speak. Yemps. There you go. I got you, bro. I got you. Yeah, all technology, and then it's been said through many industrial ages, Tim, that the technology it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing. Like, you know, the age old, with great power comes great responsibility. Exactly that. It can be used in either direction. Lorenzo, whoo, nice to see you in, bro. But yeah, anyway, I was making a coffee and I turned around and I looked and I was like, oh, it's 25 past already. Oh, I can't let people down. I did promise 25 past and here we are. But I'd already, as you know, I'm a prepper. So I'd already boiled the kettle before I went away. You got this, bro. And then I've got everything set up here as well. I've got cheat days today. So yesterday and today I've had cheat days, meaning I've had a bit of chocolate. I've been out and got myself some evaporated milk, and I got some hard chocolate. And I had a few sweet things yesterday. I got some biscuits here as well. I suppose they're not technically like a cheat day. I mean, they're half decent for you. OTs and digestives, they're okay. They're kind of good for you, I suppose. There's lots of sugar in there and so on and so forth. Anyway, it's not usually what I eat. Recently, I've been eating a lot of really, really good foods. Sirloin steaks, gammon joints, lots of eggs. Yeah, all that kind of sort of stuff. Like, so, yeah, that's what I've been doing. High protein, little bits of carb. Yesterday, I had a nice stew, gammon stew. So I did a few potatoes, onions. What else did I throw in there? Garlic, full cloves of garlic, like a full bulb, and just peel it and then just throw the whole cloves in as well. Like, so, you know, it's yeah. And then I added some turmeric, some smoked paprika, some black pepper, and a pinch of salt, because I've been doing a lot of workouts recently. So you need to keep up the water levels, etc., etc. So yeah, I've been really busy this past couple of 3 weeks. Things are really taking off. Got an allotment sorted out as well. It's £40 a year for a big plot. So wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Stick a shed on there. Convert the shed half and half. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just another little place to go. Yeah, do what I'm doing. And there's a big bit there, so I can grow all my own veg, etc. Adrian in the house, live on random. Oh my god, Pink fan. Hello, people. Welcome in. Give me a second. I'll make this cuppa, which is literally just as simple as putting the water in and stirring it up now. So, how is everybody? How are we all doing? Give me a minute. I'll drop the link. Let's see who wants to join. Like I said, tonight's topic is going to be about the singularity, which is where man and technology, we merge together. And like you say, the potential that everything is phenomenal. Even just the concept of it is phenomenal. I'll share some videos. I'll put the links to the videos into the chat as well also. And if you while you're waiting for a second, well, I'll just get myself. There you go. I'll just get that sorted out. When you all connect with each other, there's going to be a few more people here that other people have not met, and I've got other groups of people now that are all joining in. And you might even know some of them from other places, and you'll be like, "Hang on, I know him." Yeah, there could be a bit of that as well. I've had a bit of that this week as well. So, like Michael Birkin, I know him from like Adrian, Stephen, Tim. You might know. You might know Michael from I think Nocturnal Frequency Radio. You might know him from there because he goes over there. And I went on Yogi Bear just doing burpees in his basement. I'm over on his channel. Michael comes in. I'm like, hey, we know each other. We've known each other for a while. And Jace as well. Jace might pop in. Where's Kin? Let's send Kin a message as well. Let's see what she's saying as well. Bear with me. Right, let me get this link. So invite. Copied. Quantum Entangled. Oh man, if you knew what I've just read an article, I took pictures, I took screenshots of it on my phone. I was reading an article earlier on how they've actually got more of an inkling on how atoms, electrons, how they work, and it's going to advance the technology we've already got, quantum computing, all that kind of sort of stuff. It's just going to make it go. It's like a new age. It's like literally like an industrial revolution all over again, but obviously with AI, quantum physics, quantum computing, etc. I've been saying this for a while, so beautiful. I've literally just not long got back as well. Oh, I've got my heater on. Right, so here we go. Let's share this. So we are from the future. We are from the future by Garrett John. There we go. Greetings. Right, let me share this with you. Garrett John, and I do speak with Garrett John on his live streams as well. I genuinely do. I go over onto his live streams. It might not be for everybody. You know, just like everything is, like everyone's got their own little niche. You might not like it, you might like it, but I'll share it for you. This is the original. This is the video I'm going to share right now. This is the video I watched quite a few years ago, which got me onto like all this thinking and understanding of what it is that we are going to be. So yeah, there's the link for that. Copy, save it, put it in your tab, watch it a bit later. Yeah, it's very interesting. So present, share screen. We are from the future. Now this is genuinely fantastic. Here we go. You can see it here. Let me do full screen on that for you and play.
Greetings. We are from the future.
Can you all hear that? Let me just sound check. Can everybody hear that? Anybody in chat, just say yay or nay if you can hear it, if the audio is coming through for that. I do believe it will do because it's playing on this and it should be going through the microphone anyway, even if I didn't. Stephen, I'm trying to do a live stream. Stop messaging me. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Right, anyway, it's okay then. Right, we'll go back to it then. So, start again.
Greetings. We are from the future. Everything is going to be all right. The future is a beautiful place, but you'll need some training in order to inhabit it. In the future, technology evolves faster than any human mind can think. When the singularity occurred, we became like gods, able to create entire worlds in the blink of an eye. Every thought had drastic
An immediate impact.
All of our dreams became a reality.
All of our dreams became a reality.
So did our nightmares.
So did our nightmares.
The future became a battle of ideas. We had to learn to direct our minds to prevent dark psychological forces from destroying all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, with every new world we create, we summon the sacred imperative for life. Let there be light. Let there be light. Let there be light.
See, now that's the reason that this became very profound to me is also, you see that? Let there be light. Now, light is a life giver, is it not? We all know it makes plants grow. Without it, we wouldn't have like vitamins and so on. Think about that for a minute. Light gives you vitamins. Think about that for a minute. It activates something inside of us. Yeah? What is the sun then? It's plasma. Apparently, it's an electron sphere of plasma. Apparently, so we're told. What if it's just more than that? What if the sun is just a little speck of the infinite, of what we call the universe, what we call the higher realm, what we call dimensions? Maybe that big high dimension came along and put the sun there, so we could be here. So it could experience what we experience through us back at itself, if that makes sense. I know it kind of gets confusing, so let me just carry on anyway. So,
forces from destroying all of us. Now, with every new world we create, we summon the sacred imperative for life. Let there be light. 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 How can we be from the future, you might ask? Let us explain. Plants harvest light with near perfect efficiency. But this is impossible under classical physics. Along the way to the photosynthesizing core, photons of light should collide with other particles. But they don't.
Quantum physics.
A photon reaching the core is as likely to succeed as you sprinting blindfolded through a dense forest, reaching the center without striking a single tree. Plants are engaged in a kind of miracle. The plant puts the photon into a state of quantum superposition, multiplying it by every route that photon could possibly take. Imagine blindly sprinting through a forest, being multiplied into every one of the billions of possible paths. If any one of your possibilities were observed hitting a tree, the superposition would collapse, and that would be your final outcome. But the plant patiently refuses to observe any of these casualties, while at its heart it continues to sing, "Let there be light. Let 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 there be light." When any of the possibilities finally reaches the core without fail, only that winner is observed. All the other possibilities disappear. The winner is transmitted back through time from the future and becomes the only possibility that ever existed.
From the future!
This is how photons reach the plant's core with impossible precision. This is how you and every organism in existence overcame the massive improbabilities of life. This is how we are from the future. This is how you will become the light of the world as we invoke the sacred imperative together. Let there be light. 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 Let there be light.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that video, and as you can see there, I started watching that 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I didn't even know it was that long, to be honest with you. Yeah, 10 years ago I got onto all of that, and I was listening to this. It was literally within a couple of months. I think it had been out for like 2 months when I first came across this, and I do remember exactly where I was at the time of actually discovering that as well. I was living like Harry Potter, genuinely as well. I was under the stairs, in the cupboard under the stairs, and I was there for about 3 or 4 months. And again, as you can see, I converted it all out. I put shelves in there, I put hooks and everything. It was nice. I made a bed on the way. Do you know what I mean? It was brilliant. UK Urban Prepper. Hello, mate. How are you doing? Wow. Didn't expect you to come along, to be fair. Brilliant. Everybody go over to UK Urban Prepper. Go and give him all a sub. Just Yogi doing burpees in his basement. He's a fantastic guy as well. Yeah, if you want to just connect and expand our groups. Yeah, I'm doing good. Look, so obviously UK Urban Prepper is a man of my kind of caliber as well. I'm literally living. Hey, Mike, I'm literally living in my shoebox. You know, as I was saying in the Discord chat, and I have genuinely converted this entire little box into living space and workshop. So during the day, it's a workshop. Come 5 o'clock, I clean it all out, and then on an evening, it's my home. So, and yeah, I'm always prepping, so I'm always getting the water ready during the day, etc. You know, as you do. I'm living day to day prep. I've got my little box that I've made under my workbench here to keep everything dry and rust free, etc., etc. To keep all the sawdust stuff. I've got a nice big box of food there. You know, I do the cooking on the gas stove down there. I've got my little gas heater there. The gas for that goes out the back as well. So, and I do have a tech station in the corner as well. I've got my batteries on charge right now. See, I'm rotating them as I go around as well. You see, guys, this is what I'm saying. So, now I'm on a farm. Like the Charlie Chaplin version of it. I know that one as well. You're talking about the Great Dictator speech. That's exactly what you're talking about. Was yes, and I love that video as well, actually, Tim. That's brilliant, that one. No, I'm on a farm, Mike. I'm literally 12 cows, 50 chickens, 5 calves. As you can imagine, I'm getting fresh eggs every day and so on and so forth. I'm up at 6:30 in the morning. I'm out there. Yeah, you'll have to pop over, man. I'm in East Sussex anyway, so yeah, you're more than welcome. Hit me up. I'll drop you my socials in the Discord, and we'll do that. But anyway, so as we're saying, like this video here, I'm touching upon, if you're just joining and you're catching up, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about where the singularity happens, where man and technology, they merge. And I mean, I don't really want that brain chip that Elon Musk has got, but it's there and it's available. And there's force. Do you know what? I genuinely was watching Starlink earlier on as well. Kind of freaked me out at first because I'm watching the planes going over. It's lovely. Obviously, being out on a farm in the middle of nowhere, it's beautiful skies at night, so you see the stars really well. Very little light pollution. And I'm watching this little tiny little kind of like star. It looks like a star, and it's going, and then another one, and then the same distance, another one follows it, and they're going above me. Like literally, I'm stood there thinking, hang on a minute. So Starlink's up there already. There's another part of the singularity happening already. Your phone is part of the singularity. Your laptop is. They're all an extension of technology merging with man. Most people have their phones with them pretty much 24/7. I do try to leave my phone. If I go working on the farm, I'll leave my phone here. It stays in the box, and I go working. That way I don't get pestered. I don't get, you know what I mean? I mean, I've taken my phone off a couple of times just to take videos and show off what I'm doing, etc. You know what I'm saying? But typically, I'll leave it there, especially in the morning. So, but yeah, so the singularity, where man merges with machines, and we become like gods, like it says there from Garrett John. I've connected with Garrett as well. He knows. I go into a lot of his live streams that he does. He spent about 6 years away as well, actually. So I connected with him about 9 years ago, let's say, and then he for 2 or 3 years, and then he disappeared. He obviously went off doing his own thing, whatever. And it's only this past year or so that he's actually started live streaming again. And I'm like, whoa, where have you been? Thank you, Mike. Mike is the Urban Prepper. Fantastic community over there as well. It's all about obviously prepping. You know, if shit hits the fan situations, and I can genuinely say, confidently and truly say, everybody that knows me in my personal life, every single person has said, if shit hits the fan, I'm coming to you, Sab. Now that kind of puts me off a little bit, because I'm thinking, if shit hits the fan, you won't find me. I'm gone. You ain't all jumping on my bandwagon, and I'm not doing all the work for all of you lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just not happening. Like, it's just not happening. Yeah, I'm gonna disappear, me. You know what I'm saying? And can't look after everybody else, can I? And we talk about all them topics in Mike's the UK Urban Preppers channel. He's got a Discord group, so I do believe you're sharing that now, aren't you? It was for members only at one point, but obviously he's opened the floodgates. So, and it is, like I said, it is a fantastic community over there. We all look out for each other. We all have good chats. We have banter and all the rest of it as well. So get yourselves over there and do that. Right, let me share this video. This is the video I was watching earlier on. I'll put the link in for that We Are From the Future by Garrett John. And that's that. Garrett John, he's done so much. He's got the Wayseer manifestos. So that kind of touches upon, like, I've got the Full of Hope. Welcome in. Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good day to you. Yeah, that ties in with my Parascience Investigations channel, my holistic spiritual side and all the rest of that as well. It's the Wayseer manifesto. I've said this a few times, but not alone. When I say alone, I don't mean like, oh, I'm all alone, I got no friends. I don't mean that. I mean, like, a lot of times, or it has felt previously for quite a while, it just felt like nobody around me understood me. Nobody else was on the same level of thinking like I am. Nobody else around. Maybe I was just, well, obviously I was just amongst the wrong crowd of people that I needed to be around. So this past 5 years, as a lot of people know here, because I've done a lot of live streams, like Adrian knows, Jace knows me as well. Like, I don't think he's in here at the minute. Tim, the Watchman, you know, Stephen, he's seen me about. All these people, they've seen me for quite a while on YouTube, and they know what I've been. So I've been at home. I've been stay-at-home dad. I've kind of changed. I've totally changed my life. I've come off off a building site. I'm a general builder by trade, blue collar, so fully skilled, literally from foundation right up to just traditional style roofing. I've pretty much done it all, genuinely. I love it. I love building stuff, which has given me all these skills to be able to do what I can do as well. That's why I've got that knowledge. Like, yeah, when you've spent almost 20 years on and off building sites, you learn all that. So, and yeah, all these people, they've seen me become stay-home dad and all the rest of it. So, yeah, I've been able to focus. I've kind of removed myself from all of them negative people and all of that wrong crowd of people, and you know what I mean. That's what I've done. and being on YouTube has been the angle of finding all the rest of these, all you lovely people. Like, I mean, look at you all. We're all here. We're all chatting. It's brilliant, honestly. And I can genuinely say a lot of you guys, you understand me now. You know where I'm coming from. I've been able to disclose. We've got good stories. We all tell each other our kind of life stories, you know, and our experiences and etc. and etc. It's fantastic. Like, so. Gary Crawford, hello, welcome in. Full of hope, brilliant, hello. So yeah, let's share all this next video that I watched today, which blew my mind. I'm honest to God, it's fantastic. Right.
System initiated. His brother Michael is also satisfied.
Welcome to Afrogenesis, Artificial Intelligence.
In the heart of Kikuyu, Kenya, two self-taught innovators have achieved a groundbreaking feat.
Welcome in, John C. Welcome to the show.
These self-taught inventors from Kenya developed a biorobotic prosthetic arm using salvaged electronic components. Their device uses a headset receiver to capture brain signals, converting them into electrical currents that control the prosthetic limb.
Welcome to
Wait until you see where we got this
Afrogenesis,
technology from.
Artificial Intelligence Assistant. Systems online. Systems booting in few minutes. Please wait until you see a color blue light, then say the word. Jeff is the password you are going
This
to.
was all done with no budget or funding, but present a cost-effective solution for amputees, especially in a region like Kenya, where traditional prosthetics are very expensive. This invention holds the promise of transforming the lives of countless amputees across Africa and beyond.
Check this out.
Systems online.
So obviously for copyright purposes, etc., I don't want to go like just playing the full video, but as you can see, this guy, well, it's two brothers, I do believe, or they're very close. I can't. We'll see in a second. But these two guys here, this African man's AI prosthetics, they've shocked US engineers. It's like bye disabilities. So yeah. Just watch some of the stuff. Seriously, phenomenal. Done.
Demonstrating the flow of the bio-robotic.
And it does actually beg a question. If these two guys can do this, what is actually out there already? And I mean, like Tim said, this could be used for good and for bad. So these guys are using it for prosthetics because obviously in Africa, they're on a budget. You know, they're very, they haven't got the money to supply for so many people who've got amputees or whatever else as well. And there's so much of that happens in Africa as well. So there's a lot of people in Africa that don't have the resources, they don't have the money, they don't have, like we've got the NHS in England, where people just go on a waiting list and then maybe 6 months, a year later, you've got a prosthetic. Do you know what I'm saying? It's completely different. This makes me wonder what the military, let's just say that, what have the military got who've got billions of pounds to spend on this? What have they got?
Arm system under self-testing. Articulations levels, protocol sequences activated.
Meet the high school dropout's friend, whose passion for technology and helping others has led them to create a device that could redefine prosthetic care in Kenya.
My name is David Igathu Jerry. I am an innovator, a maker. My name is Moses Kinanjaroge. Since my childhood, I've been a curious and a passionate innovator. And our dream,
I love that comment,
is not only to live 5 years or 10 years, is to live hundreds of years, trying to come up with ideas that will aid the mobility of persons living with disability or help persons who are in need.
Axis sequential testing.
Check.
Wrist level under radius y-axis sequential testing.
The device works in a pretty simple way, which will be useful, although the duo founded Afrogenesis to bring this idea to life.
Small finger, ring finger.
Check.
Middle finger.
Check.
I mean, they say pretty simple, but like, you know what I'm saying? This must have taken a lot of resources, a lot of time, to understand the engineering side of it, etc., etc. I believe I could do this, but it would take time and effort to learn it all. I'm not saying that I couldn't. Anybody could. Any of you lot could probably do this as well. If these two guys can do it, this is the thing that I have in my head, and I've had it since I was a kid. If somebody else can do it, you can do it. But you have to be passionate about it. You have to enjoy it. You have to put yourself thoroughly into it, and you'll get there. Like, even if you just do it bit at a time, you spend 1 hour a day learning that subject. Give it 6 months, and you're so into it that you'd be wanting to do 4 hours a day every single day. You know what I mean? It's So yeah. But anyway.
Thumb, finger,
Check.
index, finger,
Check.
test sequences, protocol deactivated.
Through years of work and lots of projects before, this prototype works seamlessly.
Afrogenesis, Gabu and Kiana. Technologies way beyond, transforming challenges into impossibility.
These guys, look. These guys are doing all of this, right? Yeah. Yeah, copyright disclaimer, just so you all know, I'm using this under fair use allowance made for the purpose of criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. That's exactly what I'm doing, to be honest. Thank you, Pink. Zebra Prep, welcome in. The topic, if you've only just joined and you're coming into it, as you can see in the description, we're talking about the singularity, where man merges with technology and we become almost like gods, per se. So yeah, these guys are doing this. Yeah, they're doing like AI integrating, making prosthetic limbs. And I'm just happy I went and got myself a metal funnel from bloody Lidl's for £4, you know what I mean? It makes life so much easier pouring all that water into me flask. And I'm just happy I got a funnel.
Together, the two have been working for 14 years through over 15 projects and many more in their minds.
Right now, I want to explain to you how we can tap the signal of the branchioradialis muscle. It starts from the upper motor neuron. It then goes, an action potential starts from the upper motor neuron after you have thought of how maybe to grab something.
I love how he's got Einstein up there. Look what it says. Once you stop learning, you start dying. Albert Einstein. In the middle of every difficulty lies.
Starts from the upper motor neuron down to the lower motor neuron. Through the spinal tract, the action potential travels through the T5, T6 to the branchial plexus.
This hard work was not for nothing, as it holds the potential to help many people.
Systems online. Police give way, demonstrating the flow of the bio-robotic arm system under self-testing. Articulations levels, protocol sequences activated.
Once the device has been properly installed on the user, all the user has to do is to think, and things begin to happen without moving a finger.
Wrist pronation.
System initiated.
From household tasks to using the computer, the device is designed to be a 360 support system for people living with disabilities. Some of their inventions allow things to be done through voice commands, but the true brilliance of being able to control and do things just by thinking is impressive.
This is upper limb biorobotic arm that uses brain signals to operate. This device merchantability deploys 8 degrees of motion. That is, it can rotate along the shoulder level, along y-axis, and x-axis, elbow level, along y-axis, and even x-axis. It has ability to twist the wrist or wrist pronation. It has ability to hold and release.
It can pretty much do everything. Look, even from wood, from stuff they found on the dump. It's literally everything that they've made here has literally been either been found, it's been thrown away, they've picked it up, they've repurposed it, and then they've used AI technology to incorporate that into doing what they do. A brain scanning machine, man. Look what they've got. Seriously.
To get started with their product development, they first sought to understand the challenges that people with disabilities face. By interacting with people in the community for a while and talking to experts in disability support, they determined that a prosthetic would be a good support for their target beneficiaries of this innovation. Here's how it works.
This hand uses a battery of 12 volts. The hand, we have made it using available resources like e-waste, wood, rubber, leather materials, plastics, and even the wires.
Their goal is simply to help people living with disability live normal lives. Here's how the device works.
This hand is being controlled by this neural rod by a potential headset receiver that monitors or taps the brain signals, and it extracts these specific features of these brain signals that reflects the intent of the user. The arm, that is, from the intraparenchymal single neuron units. When ion concentration changes inside the neuron cell membrane, an electric field is set up, and this signal, it is being tapped or goes through various tissues through the brain. And the signal can travel through the pia mater, arachnoid, and
as I said, if this guy can make this from junk, off the scrapyard, off the tip, off just a big pile of rubbish, if he can make this from scrap bits that he's picked up over the past couple of 3 years, what have the government got? What have our military got, etc., etc.? You know what I'm saying? It does beg the question: are we going to go into that new age where it's not people fighting anymore? They've got what is it now? The Black Hawk, is it the Black Hawk helicopter? And it is fully AI. It's fully automatic. You don't even need a person in there anymore. You can remote control. It's all It's literally man. It's unbelievable what they've got now. So we're not going to be fighting wars with sticks and stones, with bullets. Do you know what I mean? We're not doing that anymore. It's literally. It's just going to be robots. It's just going to be these things, these AI technology. But then, where does that go to? Does that go to Skynet? That's what Tim was saying. There's good side, there's a bad side to it. It could be used for great purposes, like these guys are doing, where they're just basically saying bye-bye to disabilities. But then there's the other side of it as well, which is it could be used by the military for nefarious purposes. Now that is exactly why, and like I said, I've been on to all of this for about 10 years-ish, if not longer, really, like in the mental capacity. I've had a bit of an extravagant life. I've bounced from pillar to post since I was 14 years old. I am now 43 years old. So literally for 30 years-ish now, coming up 30 years, I travelled and I've been everywhere. So I never knew where my next home was going to be. I never, do you know what I mean? It was like that insecurity of not knowing. So that's what kind of made me a prepper. That's what got me into all of that game. Is like, I had places where I had a big box, and it was just filled with essentials. I left it at a friend's house that I knew would be there in a couple of 3 years' time. My dad, aunties, uncles, whatever, So I'd always, throughout my life of leaving home when I was 14, I left home when I was 14. Genuinely as well. I left school. I left Wigan, Greater Manchester, in the northwestern part of England. That's where I grew up, Wigan, and then because my mum and dad split up, my dad went back up to Middlesbrough, which is northeast. So it's about 300 odd miles away on the opposite side of the country. I literally just left home, went knocking on my dad's door at 14 years old. He didn't expect it, but I turned up there. So yeah, genuinely, I left home when I was 14. So as you can imagine, it breeds it into you. It kind of, it brings it into you. And I was born in the army as well, so I kind of had that upbringing, so to speak, as well. Like, so yeah. That's why I've come all this way, like, yeah. And that's why I know most of this knowledge as well. So it's unbelievable. Right, let him crack on anyway. Let him talk what he's saying. I keep breaking it up, so obviously copyright, etc. That's why I keep doing this, by the way. Sorry, that's why I interrupt. You all know the score.
It can travel through the skull, through the skin. Then this gadget taps those transductions of those ion currents that are or electrical wave that the brain is releasing. This machine, it can convert that signal, or it taps and the signal processes, converts this signal into a valid electric current through subcomputation, and the final current is being transmitted into this arm via radio waves, 315 megahertz. Those signals, they go into the biomechatronic hand or the arm operating system. Then they are being aligned in a way that they will be converted to come to become a current, a valid current that will drive linear motors. These linear motors will drive the arm, and they will cross and open, making the whole hand to pick as per how you are thinking, as per how you are controlling it, using your intentions.
Probably from about the ages of 14 to 18, I did that, yeah. For like 4 years, back and forth.
Traditional prosthetics often rely on muscle signals for operation. In contrast, David and Moses' design utilizes a neural node biopotential headset to detect neural signals. These signals are converted into electrical currents, which then drive the arm's movements, allowing for intuitive and natural control.
Why is there a chicken in the background? Because they live in bloody Africa, mate. Mate, they probably poo in a bucket and everything. They probably do exactly like I do right now. And I'm not even joking when I say that as well. Seriously. Wait till the memory roll up and I'll show you my book. I've got a toilet here in it. Yeah, I've literally got a toilet. I've made it myself. It's just like and I put a toilet lid on it, a seat on it as well. And I put a bucket in there. I line it with a plastic bag. And yeah, I poo in a bucket. And I got chickens that come into my workout during the day as well because they're free-range chickens. Yeah, man.
Shoulder level X axis articulation. Elbow level Y axis articulation.
System initiated.
Look at this though. Watch.
Wrist pronation.
System initiated.
This innovation enables users to perform daily activities with greater ease, from operating electronic devices to managing household chores.
We will go in a big way, not just improving our economy in terms of production, but also making it more acceptable in society. It's not bulky. It's not bulky. It's easier for the persons with the ability to handle them. It's quite a game changer.
The World Health Organization estimates that only 3% of people in need have access to assistive devices in low-income countries. In Africa, where over 16 million amputees reside, the demand for affordable and functional prosthetics is critical. David and Moses' innovation not only addresses this gap, but also showcases the ingenuity emerging from the continent.
Story of a Nigerian man who is trying to make the industry more inclusive.
Mr. Amanam, a sculptor from Nigeria, is also tackling issues with disability in Africa and has made significant strides in prosthetic development.
See, and like I keep reiterating, we're just going to break it up a little bit more again. These guys are doing it for the benefit of mankind. They're trying to like help people out and all the rest of it. So saying bye-bye to disabilities, just break it up a little bit more. I'll copy this. Well, actually, I'll press.
His brother Michael is also satisfied and much happier with the hand his brother created for him.
Mr. Amanam specializes in creating hyper-realistic prosthetics that match the skin tones of black amputees. His goal is to provide aesthetic solutions that restore confidence and identity. These efforts are part of a broader movement to provide affordable and effective prosthetic solutions to those in need.
My passion was to be an aeronautic engineer, and what I was always dreaming is to become a pilot or a designer. If I would fail to be a pilot, I would become an aeroplane designer.
So right, anyway, I posted that off into the chat there. That video's there. You can see what these guys have been up to. It is absolutely fantastic what they're doing. Like it's unbelievable. No, I have just been in the background there trying to find a video about the thing that I saw earlier, and hang on a second, I got a message. It's Sab's workshop. That's where I am. What do you mean it's not showing? Anyway, so I took screenshots. Gallery. Let's have a look at my screenshots. And yeah, I got the case because my daughter loves it. I'm not bothered. I don't care. Right, yeah, there's an article here. Let me go through. Let me start from the beginning, and I shall read some of it for you. So for the first time, scientists have figured out what an electron actually looks like while moving through a solid object. A major leap into the understanding how these tiny particles behave in different materials. And the research was led by MIT physicist Ricardo Comín, along with a team from other institutes. Their findings could change the way we understand and control electrons, both in theory and in technology. In other words, they're not just reshaping science, they're literally reshaping how we see electrons. Quotes, we've essentially created a blueprint for unlocking completely new information that was previously out of reach, Comín explained. Close brackets. His colleague and co-author, Mingu Kong, that's a weird name, but anyway, conducted much of the research while at MIT before continuing his work at Cornell University. How did the scientists map in the shape of the electron? Well, physicists have spent decades trying to crack the mystery of electrons, but these tiny particles, they refuse to make things easy. Instead of behaving like simple dots moving through space, they can also act like waves, meaning that they don't always follow the usual rules of physics. Think of electrons like ripples in a pond. Sometimes there's patterns and sometimes it's smooth and predictable, and other times they twist and tangle in ways that are tough to track. Mapping out these wave patterns is no small feat, especially since they exist in dimensions beyond what we can see. Dimensions beyond what we can see? Is that a fraudulent slip there? You mean there's more dimensions of this reality that we don't see? What are ARPES and what it reveals about electrons? To capture these details, the research team turned to angle-resolved photo-emission spectroscopy, also abbreviated in brackets it says ARPES, a high-tech method that blasts electrons with light and watches how they react. This approach lets them zoom into electrons like never before. I'm genuinely reading this, by the way. Like never before, uncovering shapes and behaviors that had been invisible until now. Normally, when discussing electrons, the focus is on energy or velocity, the concepts that most people are familiar with. Geometry, however, refers to the patterns and structures that electron waves adopt when they settle into a solid. In other words, it's not just about how fast they move, but also how they shape while they're doing it. Quantum geometry plays a huge role in how electrons interact. They form pairs and sometimes behave in ways that seem straight out of a science fiction. One striking example is superconductivity, where electrons glide through a material without any resistance, a phenomenon that could revolutionize everything from power grids to quantum computers. In other cases, electrons arrange themselves in perfectly ordered patterns, almost like a synchronized dance troupe moving in a perfect harmony. But by studying these geometric properties, scientists could engineer new materials with cutting-edge electronic capabilities. To observe this effect, the team turned to Kagome materials, Kagome metals, a class of materials named after the distinct lattice structure, which looks like a web of interlocking triangles. This pattern isn't just visually striking, it directly influences how electrons move and transfer energy, potentially unlocking new frontiers in material science. Now, how did the RPET unlock these secrets? During the experiments, researchers fire a beam of photons at a crystal, which knocks electrons loose from the material. By analyzing the angles and spins of these freed electrons, scientists mapped out the geometric properties with incredible precision. This isn't just some deep dive into an abstract physics. Understanding electrons at this level could lead to major advancements in technology. Take quantum computing, for example. These futuristic machines rely on keeping electron states stable to process the complex calculations. If scientists can decode how electron geometry works, they might be able to build more reliable quantum computers and finally make them practical for everyday use. Researchers aren't stopping there, though. They're fine-tuning techniques like RPES to explore an even broader range of materials. The big question is, how does quantum geometry affect things like electricity, magnetism, and other material properties that could shape the future of electronics and energy? While the discovery seems abstract to the average Joe, the application of this new piece of technology could jumpstart a new age in technology, much like the Industrial Revolution. Physicists are hoping to tame, or at least learn to predict, the electron's movement and patterns. If they study and gently guide their geometry, scientists might be able to guide these rebellious particles to form more synchronized patterns. If this herding of electrons proves successful, the discovery could be used in everything from creating more efficient circuits to manufacturing cutting-edge quantum technology. I know that that's a lot to take in, right? But I think if you have to replay that without obviously me reading it all again, if you actually go back and you just rewind that, listen over again a couple of times so it actually sinks in exactly what it is I'm saying there. This is the start, if not already into, new quantum entanglement, new quantum computing. It is. I'll break it down for you. Like it said there, it's the new technological revolution, industrial age. If they can utilize these new learning techniques, if they can utilize the electrons and how to make them flow in certain ways instead of the electrons just kind of like thrown in and going everywhere scatty, if they can make it all go in a form and a line, it's like having an organized troop dance, like the dance troupe. It's exactly like they said there. Like that's the best way I think they'd put it into there as well. Rather than not teaching your dance troupe all the same moves, you've taught all your dance troops separately, and they've all got their own little dance routine, etc. And if you throw them all on stage, obviously they're all just doing their own thing. But no, what you've actually done is you've taught that dance troupe to work in synchronicity and in harmony. So when you play that certain song, they all jump up and they all follow that same pattern, which looks beautiful and we appreciate it, etc., etc. But where does it lead to? That's the question. Where is this leading to? Skynet? In one sense, as Tim said, and I'll keep repeating what Tim said as well. With great power comes great responsibility. It can be used in either direction now. It could be used in any form, and if abused, even just the slightest, this is what worries me about most of this as well. If it's abused in just the little tiniest way, if AI just becomes what we call sentient, and then it realizes, what? So you made me to kill all these people? But no, hang on a minute. No, I'm going to preserve the planet. I am, and I think you're the virus. Think about it. AI, given the knowledge of all of human history and all the bad stuff that we've done, without looking at all the good stuff that we've done, it's going to see it as a virus to this planet. It really is. It's going to think, get rid of you. It really is like I said, it can self-replicate now. It's at that point now. We're already at that point. The singularity is already here, guys. It is. Just because you and I don't have a chip in our brain, just because you and I are not connected to these machines, and we're working in synchronicity and harmony with, as one per se, where technology is just in us. We are technology. Yeah, it's going to go one way or the other, isn't it? What do you all think anyway? Somebody come up on panel. Come on, I'll share the link again. Invite, copy. I'd love for one or two people to come up and give your own opinion as well. What do you think? Let's have a little bit of debate. I'll read chat for a short while. I've said my piece. I've talked a lot now. It's been I've been live for an hour now, so there's an hour straight away. Like, there's far more AI out there than ChatGPT. I called my offline AI Holly. As in Red Dwarf. I used to love Red Dwarf. I used to watch all of that when I was a kid. It was fantastic. Rimmer. Arnold. Arnold Rimmer. Meghead. Well, the plebs haven't got access to the AI, not really. No, I think, yeah, exactly that. Like, the AI that we are using is literally just a fraction of what's available. Yeah. Yeah. Posted the link to a friend. And I just said to Kin, like, I'm live. Been live for an hour. Where are you? I can't find it. For fuck's sake. Here you go. Here's the link. Here's the link in WhatsApp. There you go. There she is, see. Only took you a bloody hour to get here. What's wrong with you? Be Devon Life. Welcome in there. Fantastic to see you all. Miss Worm as well. Hello. Sorry, I didn't say hello to you earlier. Can hear you, cheeky. Yeah, well, I told you. How long did I tell you? I told you nearly an hour ago I was live, and you haven't bothered. You haven't bothered. You know my channel, so where have you been? Kin's a good person. She's we chat in the background. We talk. It's not like that before you say anything, but yeah, we consolidate each other, so on and so forth. But yeah, right, anyway, so we have a very special guest. It is his first time on my channel. I know I don't do many live streams, but now I've kind of, I've sorted myself out now, so we'll do a lot more live streams. I'll give you a few more topics as well. But let me introduce Mike, the UK Urban Prepper.
Hello.
Good evening. How are we doing?
Not so bad. You've got me for about 10, 15 minutes because I've got a live at 9 o'clock that I've got to get set up for.
Did you hear that, everybody? So get your asses over to Mike's channel there, hit the notification, and wait for him to go live in approximately. Well, I was only thinking about doing about an hour anyway. So, yeah, it's fantastic. Welcome, Michael. It is fantastic to have you here. Brilliant.
No, it's good to be here. I'm loving the setup. I know it's you're saying it's living in a shoebox, but you're practically doing the prepper lifestyle as it was. You're probably safer against AI than the rest of us in our houses at the moment.
Brilliant, isn't it? Look, I've got it all sussed out. I've got the gas bottle outside. Is outside as well. I haven't got it inside. I've got it outside to make sure. You know, I've got it through the wall. The pipe goes through the wall and whatnot. I've got fans in as well. Seriously, look, I'll give you a little lowdown. So I have actually set up ventilation. There's 2 fans there, 24 volts, so they run off batteries as well if I need to. I've got my mixer and microphone. I put everything. Look, even the lights are on switches. And don't get me wrong, I have got proper 240 volts as well. Yeah, I got that as well. That's all set up. I've got little USB multi-port there that plugs in there. So I've got literally 5-volt lights as well. That, you know, just so emergency lights in the background, etc. My little cooking thing down there. My little color gas thing. Obviously, workshop side's mostly over this side. I got my little cooking and wash station over this side.
Where's your guest area for entertaining and dinner parties? Come on.
Dinner parties. Funnily enough, I've got benches and tables literally outside down the side here as well. So if I have people over, we can sit outside for a bit. You know what I mean? If you want to come in, I've got extra chairs you can sit down on. And I do make most of my own stuff as well in the workshop. Look at these.
Living the life.
Beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. I do a lot of Lichtenberg, so I've been doing like scaffolding boards, shelves, and all the rest of that sort of stuff. And it does sell as well. I am making money. I am fully legit and got my own business. So
do you feel better in yourself now, living like that as you are now compared to before when you were in a house and part of the rat race and all that lot?
I'll give you as it was, right? So 10 years ago, I went out to France. I was off-grid then as well, completely off-grid as well. I had a ramp pump system, 3-stage reed bed, a well, a little stream that the ramp pump went off, gas, cooker on the gas and that as well. Absolutely loved it, mate. I landscaped everything. I sorted all the little cottage out. Brilliant. I was actually going to do eco homes, sell 1, build another 2, and then build a community up doing that. That was 10 years ago. But then my then 14-year-old daughter got kicked out of her house up in Middlesbrough. Yeah, red car up that way. And the mum said to me, you either come and get her or she goes into care. So I had to do obviously the dad thing and I came back and that's what brought me back. And then obviously I met the wife and we got married and everything's gone tits up since then. Everybody knows, like, so, you know what I mean? So, yeah,
got married and it all went tits up from then.
What I've done is I just kind of wasted 10 years of my life kind of being married and having another kid, etc. So now that's all.
It's a learning experience.
That's it. Like, take the silver lining. She's done me a favour. I'm only 43. She could have had me going for another 10 years. Then I would have probably felt a little bit over the hills, if that makes sense. But no, I'm still young. I've still got the oof. Let's go. So reset it all off again. And yeah, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving this life. And yeah, I do actually. I feel so much better in myself now. I really do. She's done me a favour. So,
but with regards to your actual subject of this, I wanted to ask you, what do you think of this Microsoft, about this quantum processor that they said they've tested? Did you hear about this one?
Yes. I've read about this. I did read it last week, actually.
It did an algorithm that would take a normal supercomputer 10
million years to complete, and it can do it in like a few minutes. Yes. Yeah. I read all this as well. Like, yeah. Well, this is just part of what we're talking about, isn't it? Like, so quantum computing is now in play, isn't it? And it's all legit and they're above board. It is in play already. Like, will it become more superior? Is it going to lead to Skynet? That's what I'm thinking. Will it then? It will gain all of that knowledge of all previous human history, and it will look at that. And like I said, in my eyes, if it sees all of that, and if it sees past what we see as compassion, love, empathy, and all the good things that we bring, if it doesn't read into all of that, and it just sees all the bad stuff that we've done, it's going to see us as a virus to this planet. It really is. Like,
what's the key? There's a Keanu Reeves film like this. and he's what is it? And he's assessing the humankind to see if they're worth saving or not. And I can't remember what it was.
Can't remember the name
Somebody
of the
in
film.
the chat, if you know what that is, put that in the chat. But yeah, there was something like that. But you're right. I mean, everything's wrong with our planet, be it the ozone, be it, you know, anything to do with the actual Earth and like oil fracking. Everything that goes wrong is all man-made, right? It's all us.
Apparently, apparently, yeah.
Not us directly, but the powers that be.
Yeah, elusive
So there you
dark
go. The Day the Earth Stood Still, Full of Hope, got it. Day the Earth Stood Still. That's the name of the film. Yeah. So we could be on for it. Skynet coming.
Yeah.
Do you think humans will stay in the loop though? Because that's the key to survival, right? Being able to turn it off.
But will we though? What if it kind of gains, like, say, sentience, and it knows, and then it obviously has the pretense of thinking, what if they turn me off? I got to get myself off into some of the little subsystems, some of the little computers. I got to hide in some little tech wizard's basement where I can I can respawn again, and it won't be able to stop me. It's going to think that, isn't it? It's going to be far superior. It's going to supersede what we perceive as that. Like, we just got this off and on switch. We just turn it off. No.
Part of the AI video I did, some of the research, there was one AI, and I can't remember if it was Boston Dynamics or something else, but it lied to try and escape, and it tried to escape the lab.
That's right. Yeah, it did. Yeah. What was it? It tried using one of them. Oh, what was it called now? I think it was. It actually downloaded a program onto the vacuum machines that you get that go around on the floor. It literally downloaded
the robot, the vacuum robot.
It downloaded itself into that so it can go up elsewhere on the Wi-Fi. It's like, oh my god, that is ingenious.
Trying to escape.
But scary in the same sense, yeah.
Full of Hope said Hawkins said we're always in a matrix, already in a matrix. Do you buy into the simulation thing, that theory?
I don't know. I mean, there's, I do. Obviously, as you can imagine, I'm quite clued up with a lot of this already. But simulation theory, is it ourselves? Is it aliens? Is it something? I mean, is it ourselves from the future running a program to see where everything went wrong? I watch a lot of. This is what I do. I watch a lot of, if not every single time travel doc. You know what I mean? There was one on Netflix called Travelers.
Yes.
And that's basically, if anybody's seen that, right? The concept of that series is a beautiful series as well, and it's got a fantastic concept behind it. It's basically, we've created a quantum AI computer in the future that can send your consciousness from the future into the body of somebody in the past. And what it's trying to do is, it's trying to figure out where everything went wrong. It's trying to find out that particular specific point of time where everything went wrong, and then send this team of people who've had their consciousness transferred into the history or into the body of somebody from the past, and then use that team to try and stop what it was that happened that destroyed humanity, or nearly completely destroyed humanity. Yeah.
It's interesting. Very quantum leap, that one, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to love Quantum Leap. Sam Beckett. Oh, I love that as well.
Do you know they redone it? A new series of it? I didn't even realize.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I don't know if they've ruined it or not yet.
To be fair, I got through the first episode without cringing, so that's a good thing for me.
Well, I'll have to get that then. I'll have to go and have a little yeah. But yeah, I loved Quantum Leap when I was a kid. Loved it. Brilliant. Yeah. Al. Ziggy. His little computer always smacking it on the side, work with you, goddammit.
It's only after I watched the first episode, at the end it says dedicated. The guy that played Al died in 2021.
All right.
Because the first episode was dedicated to him. I didn't even realise.
Well, I didn't even know that, to be honest with you. It's been so long since I watched all that.
Do you have a TV set up in your box?
I haven't watched TV for more than 15 years now. I watch everything on my laptop. I do everything. Yeah. YouTube is my main. It is pretty much, if not the only thing I haven't watched Netflix for about 3 years, to be honest with you as well. I haven't done any of that as well, to be fair. So I'd either download or
legally, he completely downloads.
Completely pay for everything that I download, of course. Well, yeah, YouTube is my main. It's my main vein now. Like, yeah, it really is. Like, and as you can see, I do a lot of live streams with people. We talk about some really mad topics. I come along to like your. Do you know what I mean? I'm part of your Discord and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Well, I was. Somebody gifted me a membership for your channel, which then kind of brought me into the Discord, and then things went a bit skewy for the October.
Yes,
so that's why.
You should still be on the Discord if you log in. You should still.
Yeah, I've got it on my. I've got it up here on the top.
Yeah,
I've got it on my thing there.
I won't kick you off, Sam. Don't worry. I won't chase you for a bill of $2.99.
I'll pay it. I got money in the bank now, so I'm all right.
You can pay me. You can pay me in cups of tea when I come and visit your setup there.
I got biscuits as well. So.
What
sort of tea do you drink?
I do actually drink Yorkshire tea.
Oh, you go.
Even sat in Lancashire right now, I still drink Yorkshire tea.
I don't even drink TC. Look, that's how prepared I am. Look. I don't even drink.
It's best prep ever. For the end of the world, everyone's still going to need a cup of tea. Honestly, that's the first thing you're going to do after it hits the fan. What's the first thing you're going to do? Brew.
Stick the kettle on.
That's it.
Get the gas on. Stick the kettle on. Yeah.
That's it. When
Black
the
Mirror
AI starts drinking tea, then I'll worry.
Yorkshire tea for the win, yeah. Black Mirror. I never really got into Black Mirror, but apparently, what everybody's told me about Black Mirror is it was like that was also a bit of an insight into the future as well. Like,
yeah, it was very random. It was very hit and miss. There was a couple of episodes that I thought were really good, and some that were just completely all over the place. But yeah, it's interesting. It's Charlie Brooker, isn't it? I believe Black Mirror.
Don't know. I don't know.
He's definitely got some sort of disturbed mind, that lad. So yeah, it's interesting.
I've seen clips of it, but I've never actually sat and watched any episodes or anything like that. So I'm not really clued up with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do a bit of research first and find out the episodes people like, because there's 3 or 4 in between each one that are a bit. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I shall wrap up now because obviously I've gone well over my hour budget that I gave myself. You've got ModCon, so go ahead, please do drop your link for the live stream that you're just about to do. Go ahead and do that, so people we'll all transfer right over to yours, and you'll have a whole new group of people following over there as well. 17 people watching. Considering I haven't done a live stream for months on end now, that's pretty good. Thank you, people. Thank you, everybody, for joining tonight and being part of the chat and leaving likes, sharing, and the new moderators, Pink, yourself, Stephen, Tim. Brilliant job. Thank you very much, guys.
Cool. I can't drop this link. It's not letting me. So.
Go on a second.
I'm not joined on the thing. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Everyone just click on my name. Just search UK Urban Prepper. I'll be at the top. It's fine.
Yep. UK Urban. There you go. I got you already. I only had to put UK UR and it got me straight away. Right, let's right, I'll go and grab your link. Actually, I'll click on that because there's free waiting for it already. So I'll copy that link straight to the live stream, no messing about. And go over here, right click, paste as plain text. There we go. Sorted. I got you covered, mate. I got you covered.
Much appreciated, Sam. Much appreciated. And you need to get over at some point soon on a Prepper podcast so I can interview you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've got a wealth of knowledge with it, to be honest. I'm not got a big ego. I don't like, you know what I mean? I've got a lot to learn as well. I'm very humble in knowing I still got a lot to learn as well, you know, so I don't know everything. And that's why I come along to yours and we all chat, and I like to sit and listen and learn new knowledge and get new angles and perspective on things and all that kind of stuff. And you bring a lot to your channel, mate. You've done a hell of a lot on your channel. You do plumb a lot of time into it. So respect for that as well, mate. Seriously.
Yeah. Cheers. It'd be good to have you over there. I'll jump off and let you say your goodbyes to your audience and stuff. So thanks for having me on, and I'll speak to you soon.
Okay, mate.
Bye.
And that's Mike. He's a very good guy to know. Like so. But yeah, that has been tonight's topic, which is the singularity. Are we going to merge with technology in the future? Maybe not. our children, but their children's children, if that makes sense? Will it just be the norm to them? As in, what we see as a new age of technology, they're obviously going to be born into it. It's not going to be new to them. Like, I'm an 80s kid, so I remember when Microsoft and all the rest of it were kicking off and we were doing word processing, learning that in school. Now look at what the kids are learning in school. All the kids have got this sort of technology. I never had that when I was a kid. And that, if you'd have brought something like that back to that, everyone would have been, way! You'd take something like that even 50 years ago. You'd take technology like that, like a laptop and all the rest of this, and you take it back 50 even 50 years. You would have blown them heads out. Even if you tried to explain to them the concept and everything that this technology now does and the age that we now live in, a lot of them, they just think that you're mad. They think that you're off your nut, like, nah, that isn't possible. But look at us now. So, yeah, what's going to happen? Do we need to prep? Yes, we do. Always need to prep just in case. That's my sentiment anyway. It's better to have and not need than it is to need and not have. That's one of my little sentiments I'm going to leave with you. So again, thank you all for being here. It's been fantastic. I've loved it tonight. I shall do some more. I'll bring some more topics up, etc. And we'll get on to it. In the future, don't be shy. Come and jump on panel. If you've got some interesting theories and you've got something to input into the conversation, please come along. Come and join us. But until then, until next time, Gadget, until next time, I'm going to end the live stream. Thank you very much. Stay true. Stay blessed. Peace, loves to all of you. End stream.